I realize I've spent the better part of 3 years calling the left evil. Like, literally evil. Not misguided, not stupid, not their policies aren't as helpful as somebody else's. No, I mean morally, specifically, evil. As in everything harmful, toxic, abusive, corrupted, destructive, savage, vindictive, sadistic, every sort of monstrous evil thought or motivation is characterized by these people. And because I've been saying that for 3 years, I sometimes have to wonder, am I just operating off of inertia? Am I not perceiving things correctly? And then you see that you got Mike Pence, who I don't like, because he's a Christian fundamentalist idiot, who doesn't know shit about shit, and is just basically there as a prop for the Christian conservative base of Donald Trump. Well, I don't like him. And he's seated there at the Olympics in South Korea, very close to the sister of Kim Jong-un, who is the most evil dictator in modern history. He's worse than Hitler, literally. Or at least his family over the past 3 generations has successfully killed more people, removed more freedoms, and been more evil and torturous of their own fucking population, and would be of other populations if they were allowed to. But, thankfully, South Korea is there, backed by us, backed by NATO. They can't do what they want to do, which is to inflict a fate on the world far worse than Hitler. They're a nuclear power, and this woman may not be Kim Jong-un, but she is the director of propaganda for the North Korean fucking army. And we have the leftist press fawning over her like she's a superstar, like she's Jennifer Lopez or Taylor Swift or fucking Beyonce or something. This woman is a member of the most evil family in human history. She's a fucking monster. And because Donald Trump, he courts Christian conservatives and he's anti-illegal immigration. And yeah, he's very wrongly anti-climate change, and he's basically removed all fucking strictures that I support on the speculative fucking wild, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically the entire market, the stock exchange, so that it's going to enter a constant boom-bust period because he removed all fucking regulations and shit. And we're going to see a lot more abuses of major corporations dumping toxins into the fucking ecosphere and all that shit. All that's going to happen. That's bad. But because of a news media that doesn't even understand any of the actual bad things I just told you, just because they don't like the way Donald Trump talks, his tone is improper, we're going to literally fucking furiously jerk off to a literal fucking fascist monster who's partially responsible for the deaths of millions of people. Not exaggerating. The left would suck off her pussy before they would ever realize the fact that they're only sucking off this monstrous fascist demon's pussy because they just don't like the way Donald Trump talks. The left is psychotic. The left is a fucking monster. And at this point, I wouldn't fucking dream of voting Democrat. Ever. And it may be years before I ever do again. The last election I voted libertarians, third parties, and I actually did vote a lot of Democrats for local seats and stuff. I will not do that again. Because the left is evil. The left is fucking evil. And until the left stops doing shit like this, I can't support it. If you watch CNN, you're a fucking retard. If you read the Wall Street Journal, you're a fucking retard. If you read the Washington Post or the Huffington Post, you are a fucking retard. These are fake news that worship fascists, literal fascists, while stupidly calling Donald Trump fascist because he's your common run-of-the-mill dumbass conservative. No different than Bush. And in fact, better than Bush, because he started less illegal wars and killed less innocent civilians than George W. Bush, who, by the way, because George W. Bush is a never-Trumper, the press sucks his dick just because he's not Donald Trump. This fucking war criminal monster piece of shit who should be in prison somewhere in some fucking country being tortured, fucking George W. Bush, will suck his dick just because he's not Trump. These people have no morals. These people have no honesty. They're not just fake news, they are fucking subhuman freaks. There is nothing worth liking in the left. At all.